Hey everybody, it's Coaster Carl. How y'all doing? I want to welcome all of you to this next installment of Diecast with Coaster Carl. This is going to be the Matchbox episode I promised you. We're going to start with some of the ones that I first started with in my collection. There's a city bus. Let me get a close up here. Come on. Why isn't this focusing? You know what? I don't know what's going on here. Something's going on. Anyway. There we go. So, as you can see, this is a city bus. Doesn't want to stay up on my pedestal very well. As you can see, there's not very much detail on it. There's tempos on it. That's pretty much the detail that they have on that. This is, see, it says it says, at your service since 1983, Everett Transit. So, as you can see, there's really not much detail on this, except like tempo-wise. So, I mean, yeah, because if you look at the front, there's really not, we can get this to focus here. There's really not much tempo work, I mean, there's really not much stuff done on the front. There are headlights and all that stuff. Now, I did clean these off before I showed them to you because they were very dirty. And as you can tell, at the top, it's got skylights. Of course, that's a little blurry at the moment. There we go. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not much detail on this except for like windows and stuff. Alright, the next one is the Speedy Express. Delivery van. Now, isn't that neat? Whoops. Let's get this more in frame here. This is not working very well, but I'm trying. Let's get this more in frame. I don't think it's going to get more in frame, but anyway. So, here. There we go. Like I said, I'm fairly new to doing like reviews, and I gotta get here. See? But like I said, I'm fairly new into doing reviews, so I don't know much of how to do this correctly. I gotta get something else that's better for me to use to keep this up on. But anyway, so it's got this door back here that opens just like that, and you can see the whole inside of that. As you can see, there's not really much work done on like detail and stuff, only with tempos. Hey, they gotta keep it cheap, right? Here's the front. Now I believe this is a Freightliner. If we can, it doesn't say Freightliner, but that's what I think it is, because I've seen Freightliner delivery vans that look like that in the front, so I think it might be. So the ones I'm showing you as of right now are fairly newer. I'm going to be getting to my older ones here in a minute. Here's this. It'll focus. There we go. MBX Thunder. Now that, I've always liked this truck. This one was one of my favorites. Now, as you can see, they put details in the plastic. Not so much on the headlights or taillights. The thing on the back there, let me zoom in here. Thing in the back here, I'm really not sure what that is. So, I mean, if I can bring this a little closer. That's all blurry. What in the world? So, hang on. Like I said, I'm an amateur at this. But I'm not really sure what those are. I think they might be spare wheels. But I think this is like a fantasy truck. I'm not really sure. There's the front. Now, they put something detailed on the top, which you might not be. There we go. They put all these different types of tools for digging, and they have extra fuel tanks and all sorts of good stuff up there. Yeah, this is the Desert Thunder V16. I just love that. That is just beautiful. So, there's that one. Here we go. This might fit on there a little bit better. This is the Ford Transit Connect 2010 Taxi. Now, I'm not that big of a fan of this color, but, I mean, yes, I like green, but I'm very picky on my greens. But, I mean, I just got it because it was a matchbox, and it says taxi on it. Isn't that beautiful? And actually, where I work, we just got some new, Ford vans that look like, that literally, I think they look like spaceships. Kind of neat looking. Alright, we're going to start getting into older stuff now. This next one came out in 1999, which isn't really that old, but it's old enough anyway. This is a, I believe, this is a GM bucket truck, but I believe this is I believe this is a GMC Top Kick Kodiak, I believe. Just look at that beautiful color. I just love how those wheels shine. Now, if somebody could, hang on. If somebody could please tell me what the purpose of that big drill bit thing is up there on the side, right here. If somebody could tell me what that is exactly used for on the real thing, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, if you can see, this raises up like this, But, yeah, we're not going to put it all the way up there because then it's out of frame, but yeah. And then this moves, you know, this moves too. So, yeah. So that's this one. Looks really nice on the camera. Now, this is my metrojet, which is not going to fit on there very well, but I'm just gonna have to hold it there for right now. Anyway, this is my metrojet. Here, we could put it like that. No, that's not. There we go. Put it like that. Now, I can zoom out a little bit. There you go. Now, this is, I think this is a special matchbox. And if you can't, I'll hold this up closer in a minute, but right here, there's a horse. I don't know how many of those were actually made. When I bought it, I didn't really see very many of these. So let me hold this up closer. See, there's a horse. It's got the horse and it says Metrojet on the top. I love all of the detail they put in the paint on here. That is just cool. There's the tail. And if you notice, it's got two jet engines on it. So yeah, that one was made in China. I'm not quite sure how Mattel works on when they manufacture things, but if somebody could let me know when they started making them in Malaysia, that'd be greatly appreciated. This one is my Chevy bus. It says it's for National Rent-A-Car. There we go, sorry. Now, I'm not going to show you, well, I'll show you the other side, which I should have it. There we go. There's the doors, and yeah. And they don't open. Now keep in mind, when they do this, okay, they try to put as little moving parts on these as possible due to the fact that they're trying to keep them cheap. So, yeah. Here's the front, or you can see the Chevy logo. Here we go again. I'll have to ask somebody that knows about cameras on how to get that to focus better, but yeah, I mean, here. There we go. See the Chevrolet bow tie up there? Oh, let me tell you a quick story about Chevrolet. One thing a lot of people don't know about Chevrolet is that the bow tie was actually taken from a representative of GM at the time from a wallpaper in a hotel in France. So some of you may not have known that. This is, well, it's fairly newer, but this is probably, I think this is the original Matchbox school bus. Now, they've come up with different versions of this in the past. And I think, if I remember right, when this first came out, this was either an international or it was a Chevrolet, I believe. It was one of the two. I don't remember. And as you can see, it says St. Thomas Elementary School, Rocky River, Ohio. I don't know if that place actually exists. I don't know if that's a real school either, but somebody could tell me about that. Here's the back. And if you notice the difference between Hot Wheels now and Matchbox, they don't really like to put all the taillight details on the back of them because they try to like to make them basic. I mean, some of you may think that's a little plain, but I mean, it's no big deal. Not for me anyway. There's the other side with the doors. Now these school buses, when this real one first came out, those school buses, they were a beast. Now those had power to them. I mean, the newer ones kind of have power, but not that much. Now we're going to go to my other plane. This was the very first die-cast plane that I ever owned. All the way back, the copyright says 1973, but this was the very first one I ever owned. Whoops. This is Lufthansa. The other side looks exactly the same, so I'm not going to go on the other side, but this is my Lufthansa Matchbox plane. Now, I'm a German nut, okay? Now, for those of you who don't know, I love German-oriented things. I mean, I love Germany. I love their food a little too much, so. But the only thing I don't really care for, that I haven't really cared for, is sauerkraut. Nah, I don't really care for sauerkraut much. So that's that one. If you notice, I'm not spending very much time on the older ones because I got some newer ones you guys are going to like. Trust me. Now, so here's this. And I believe the cab is Sterling. If you notice, the back opens up. Beautiful colors. I wish I could get a motorhome like that has those colors on it. This is what they call a toy hauler. Now, toy haulers, there we go. Now, toy haulers, most toy haulers allow you to drive like your ATVs and your quads up in there, and some of them are actually big enough to fit a small compact car, and I mean small, like a Fiat or something of that nature. So let's get it up here around to the front. I should put something over that hole. Yeah, I think that's a Sterling semi-truck. A lot of you may not know what exactly Sterling semi-trucks are. In the United States, we had a semi-truck company called Sterling, and I believe they went bankrupt. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened to Sterling. They're no longer around. This was the very, very first, one of the very, very first buses I ever owned. This says, Downshore Tours of New Jersey. I'm afraid this might not show up in frame, but we'll try. No, that's not gonna, alright. Hang on. There we go. It's a tour bus, other known as a motor coach. Looks like one of those European motor coaches, doesn't it? Yeah. Because not many of the American motor coaches look like that. Most of your American motor coaches are bigger than this. I think this is like a smaller version of a motor coach. Here's the back. You got a window. Yeah, isn't that neat? I like it. Yeah. There's a better view of the tempo there. Yeah, nice little bus. Now, this bus will never come out of the package because this says Matchbox 60th anniversary on it. And I found this at this place that we have here in, it's not, I'm going to have to hold that up. This I found in one of our antiques markets here. We have this antiques market here in Lansing, Lansing, Michigan, called the Mega Mall, and they have tons of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. And see, here's the front. As you can see, it's a double-decker. And then there's the back. Nice English double-decker bus. Double-decker motor coach. Really nice bus. And they do use these in cities. They do use this in the cities in England, especially London. Now, for those of you who knows that I have a passion for fire trucks, I think my passion for fire trucks and different types of emergency vehicles is a little too out of control, but that's besides the point. This was the second fire truck I ever owned. And if you notice, I had one in yellow, but I don't know what happened to it. Here, hang on. It's got the lights there on it. Come up. This was a fire rescue truck. Now, in the township that I used to live in here, this is a Mac, by the way. If I can zoom in here. Anyway, it's not going to show the Mac logo very well. But anyway, the fire department and the township that I used to live in used to have one of these. And they would have some seats back in here, but what they used ours for was they would refill the oxygen tanks back there. So that was pretty neat. Now, for the very, 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 very first fire engine I ever owned, this boy. This is 1982. Here before I was born. However, we all know that they like to kind of down there in the hole a little bit, but I don't really care at the moment. For those of you who don't know, these actually, Mattel likes to reintroduce stuff, so this was a reintroduction back when I was growing up, but just because something says that it's the copyright date doesn't necessarily mean that's when it was made. And I think this is before their production codes. Now, the ladder goes up, but I missed the piece. I've been missing the piece that would fit inside here for quite a while. This one was well played with. Trust me. I played with this about every day. This is one of my favorites. One thing I would like to have an answer to is, does anybody remember a toy company called Nylant? Or Nylant, or however you said it? I was wondering if somebody could tell me whatever happened to them. Now, this is another fire truck. That's called the Dennis. Now, I don't know much about Dennis fire trucks. Let's see if this will let me zoom in here a little bit. Anyway, this is Dennis on there in the front. Anyway, I'm sure all of you believe me. Anyway, I'm not going to put the ladder up because it doesn't stand there very well, but like I said, I don't know much about Dennis. I haven't for quite a while. I tried researching them online and I didn't understand half of it, but from what I understood was that it's that it is a English manufacturer of fire trucks. So yeah, this one's got little compartment doors on the side. Then it's got I think this is a pumper because it's got your fire hose hookups back here. We can get this to focus again. There we go. Yeah, it's got your little hookups back there. Now, this one was well played with too, as you can tell. It's not focusing very well, but whatever. You make some mistakes when you're doing videography, and I'm trying. Like I said, this is like one of my. This is like fairly new. I'm fairly new at this. This is one of the original ambulances. Back in the day when I started collecting, this is a Ford. Now, keep in mind, when I bought this, I didn't know anything about Ford vehicles up until my mother got one. There's the lights. As you can see, it's cracked up there, which means it was well played with. Back then I played with all my Hot Wheels. The thing I think is neat there is that they have the come on, focus. So if you can see, not very well because it's blurry. I wish it would hurry up and focus, which is, maybe it's too far away from the camera. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's neat how they have the heart lines on there. That's pretty neat. So yeah, there's that one. Okay, now, alright, on to the newer stuff. Actually, I should say the brand new stuff. Now, here is the 14 Chevy Silverado. Now, I should have gotten one to compare to. Oh, this one does have. Wow. Okay, this one does have detail. Looks like they've had a shift over at Mattel. This is a Chevy Silverado that I absolutely love. I wish I could get this one guy that I've seen on YouTube, even though I don't really want to take that out of the package. I wish I could have this one guy on YouTube lift this. that would be neat to have this lifted, but they started doing tempos on the back for the tail lights. And as you can see, it says Silverado right there in the back. And then they've started doing tempos in the front, which really amazes me, because I thought in their basic lines they didn't do that. They must have had a shift over there in Mattel for some reason. Now keep in mind, they don't release very many cars like they do with Hot Wheels and within the year. And the reason why that is because Matchbox has been slowly failing here in the United States for some reason. I don't know why. This is a Ford cargo truck. You won't see these in the United States. Ford used to make a semi-truck, and they don't make those anymore. Not here anyway. And they got the tempos on the front. You can see the Ford logo there on the front. Sorry for the glare, but there's the wheels. Let's zoom out a little bit more. There we go. No tempos on the back. But this one is European. This is a European semi-truck, which is probably run by man, which is a whole different story that I'll tell you at a later date. Now, this is an International Workstar brush fire truck. There we go. Isn't she a beauty? Now, there's no tempos on this. See, this is the way that I remember Matchbox, is no tempos on the back or the front for the headlights. And no painted headlights or taillights either. But this is white and orange, which I think is really weird for a fire truck. And this one's fairly new. I think it is a... Oh man, if I can read it. This is 2009. I'm surprised they came out with that in 2009. Oh, looks like one of the newer ones. Because, if you noticed, up there, it looks like the current, it looks like the current ones that we have. I don't know. I don't make the models of them, and alright, so you've seen that one, and this one is the premium one. This is part of the Matchbox Supreme Hero series. Isn't that beautiful? It's the same truck, keep in mind, but as you can see, they put a lot more on it. They painted it red, and it says Roanoke Fire and EMS. I can't really read what that says there on the side. I can't read what it says there in the back on the side underneath Roanoke, but yeah, that's just beautiful. And then there's the top. You can see that. I just love this truck all around. I mean, it's just beautiful. And there's the back. This one, all of my premium ones are never coming out of the package. Now, see, if you noticed, they painted all the lights in the back. And they painted obviously a number 4, so that's obviously Unit 4. That's that one. Now, this is one of the original Internationals. This one is 1998 is the copyright date. 1998, 2011 Mattel. So this was manufactured in 2011, but isn't that beautiful? Kind of like a school bus yellow, which I've never understood the purpose of a yellow fire truck. There's all the hoses back there and the light bars. I remember when they used to do light bars like that. That always drove me nuts. So yeah, this is Boone County. If anybody can tell me where Boone County is down in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. This is a Hazard Squad. Another one of my favorite fire trucks. Isn't that beautiful? That is just so beautiful. I don't know who makes these ones, but I just love that. And I have actually seen a real version of a fire truck like this. Once again, it's got number 4 on the back. I'd like to know the whole purpose of number 4. I wonder if it had anything to do with paying tribute to a firefighter or something. Newer Mack fire truck. This is 2008 Mack fire truck. Or no, it's not. It's Pierce. Yeah, Pierce fire truck. Look how wonderful that is. And I love the packaging that they put on these. That is just awesome. I just love these fire trucks. And if you notice, they put those tempos on the lights in front. And they have the little Pierce logo up there. Pierce has been around for quite a while. I've seen a couple of Pierce fire trucks. Not around here, though. Where I live, we don't have too many. In the town I live in, we don't have too many Pierce fire trucks. We mostly have Spartans. This is the old Mack fire truck. Or is it Mack or is it Peterbilt? It is Mack. Yeah, Mack. There's that. You know, maybe it'll let me zoom in here. I'm getting tired of holding them. There we go. Old style Mack fire truck. There's the front. There's the back. All the hoses up there. All the equipment they need to hook it up. Now, this is nineteen what? 1963 Mack B model, I'm thinking. Nice truck. Very nice truck. What's this one? I reviewed that one. Okay. This is a Renault Ambulance. Now, we don't have Renault here in the United States. But, however, the closest thing we have to something like this would be a Mercedes-Benz. There's the back. Now, Renault is owned by GM, for those of you who don't know. If you can see, they put detail on the license plate. Yeah, there you go. What does that say down there? Oh, Renault MA. Yeah, I just love the checkered pattern that they have on this. Now, keep in mind, they've started incorporating, like, let's see, does this have on it? Yeah. They've started incorporating, like, on the real fire trucks. See that design back there? That stripe design? They started putting that on the fire trucks here in the United States. So it's another lovely thing they got from Europe. Like those stinking traffic circles. Whoever thought that would work in the United States? Not very smart, I'll tell you that one. Here's the front. There. It's the front. Now, I'm not collecting most of the police vehicles. The only reason why is I'm not a big fan of police vehicles. Some of them are cool, but some of them are not. Here is a City of Pasadena Ambulance. There's the back of it. You can see they put detail on the lights up at the top and at the bottom, and it looks really nice. I really like that. It's really awesome. Oh, great. My battery's almost dead. I'm here, but that's okay. Here is the Ultramax Hot Wheels. This is a Ford Ford Explorer police vehicle. Sorry, took me there a minute to figure out what it was. Did all that great tempos on the back. And there's the front. Really beautiful. So that'll do it for this video. Sorry it was a little bit longer. I've just been having a lot of stuff going on, so hang on. I'll show you my face here. So yeah, I mean, sorry it took me so long to do this video. So I will see you guys in the next video. This is Coach for Carl signing off.